Well, hello once again, world of YouTube. My name is Pat, and this video is just a little bit commentary. I got something about an observation I made, and I know I look young. I look like I'm probably like 18 or something, but in reality, I'm going on 28 here. And as I get older, there's something I really notice is that like as you get older, and maybe you can agree with this or maybe you can't, that your capacity for music diminishes like immensely and really rapidly. And it's kind of funny because I remember when I was like in high school and stuff that like I would always be latching on to new music and finding it actively however I could. And it took a lot of work too because I wouldn't just listen to whatever crap was on the radio. I had to go out and find it, and I used Napster a lot to cross-reference stuff, like look up a band I like on Napster, and in turn see what other users had, and that's how I'd find a lot of new music. And I've got a lot of particular tastes out there. I've always been big on like the Descendants and Alkaline Trio since forever. Now Alkaline Trio is kind of big too, but like I was listening to them back when they were just a stage band in Chicago. But yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of funny though. Like you do get old, like, and it's like every year that I seem to get closer and closer to 30, it's like I seem to be picking up on less and less music, and I just think it's kind of funny. Like maybe people watching this, like maybe you'll agree with me, maybe you haven't been there, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm starting to kind of think like maybe you just like I'm not sure if music's getting worse, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's like it is in my age, or like maybe it's like once you've accepted like a kind of music to fit every form and function though that you might have, like every mood you have a piece of music to go along with it. I mean, like for God's sakes, I got music so specific that like I can name like 5 songs that I would probably want to listen to if I knew a friend that died, or something like that. That's how specific my taste in music is, and how many different things that I have, and like if I want to go to a mood. But then at the same time though, it's like I guess in a technical approach though, like one of my favorite musicians is Elliott Smith, and a lot of people don't get Elliott Smith. A lot of my music is kind of per taste. Like I don't think a lot of people are gonna get Alkaline Trio, and I'm fine with that. It's not a universal music to get, and but like Elliott Smith is also not universal. But I can look at the music and go, man, that's really technically difficult music, and it's very, very, very good. You can look at it and acknowledge it's good, even if you don't like it. I think you can listen to Elliott Smith and acknowledge his talent, and it's like you I'm starting to think though that also maybe part of it is that there aren't people out there that are as good as Elliott Smith, and maybe being like growing up in the 90s, and the 90s were pretty awful. I mean, for the most part, you had like bands that really mattered. You can probably count on one hand, and I won't go into specifics, but of course, like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Weezer are probably 3 of those that belong on that list. You can probably add a few more, but other than those like select few bands, it's like everything that's been coming out has been borrowing from that. And then like there's the hipster movement of music, and that these iPod commercial bands and all that stuff, and I I can't stand them for the life of me. Like I cannot stand them, and I don't know. That's just my observation that basically the older you get, the less likely you are to pick up new music, and maybe you can agree with that, maybe you can't, but it's just my observation. That's about all I have to say about that. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments. Doesn't matter. This video, I guess, doesn't really matter in itself. So have a good one.